This is really good timing to do this interview on the back of drill results pending and on the back of us coming to the end of a tax loss selling season.
Joining us for a conversation is Shawn, Khunkhun, the CEO of StrikePoint Gold. Mr. Khunkhun, welcome to the show, sir.
Thanks, Maurice. Thanks for having me.
It's a great time to be speaking with you to discuss the latest exciting news coming from the Willoughby Gold Silver Project as StrikePoint Gold capstones 2021 with positive momentum moving into 2022. Before we begin, Mr. Khunkhun, please introduce us to StrikePoint Gold and the opportunity the company presents to shareholders.
Okay. Thanks, Maurice. Thanks for having me. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to your audience and yourself, your family. So StrikePoint is a leading gold and silver explorer in BC's Golden Triangle. We've got two flagship advanced high-grade precious metals properties in the Golden Triangle. We're very close to the town of Stewart, and we're very close proximity to Ascot's premier mine and their new mill.
Speaking of the Willoughby project, Mr. Khunkhun, take us to the southern tip of the prolific Golden Triangle and reacquaint us with the value proposition before us on your flagship Willoughby Gold Silver project.
Okay, so Willoughby is a property that is located 6 miles east of Red Mountain. Red Mountain is one of the mines that is in Ascot's mine plan. So Willoughby is set in the same rocks. And there's been significant work over the past few decades on the property. There was a very active period in the 90s where there was over 100 diamond drill holes drilled. And there's been some very, very high-grade, wide gold and silver mineralization identified in drilling. There's about 7 different known zones. And so it's a rich property. It's within close proximity to an emerging mine. And we've got a technical team that had worked on the Red Mountain project that are helping us advance the property.
Now, earlier this year, StrikePoint Gold conducted 4,050 meters of core drilling in 17 holes. 2 results have been released from the program this month. The first regarding Stepout drilling successes of wide, high-grade intervals of gold, silver mineralization in multiple areas, and the second in high-grade channel samples that look very encouraging. Beginning with the former, what can you share with us about StrikePoint's success on Stepout drilling?
You know, this property, Maurice, is a property that's there's sulfides all over the place. There's huge gaussons identifiable when you look at the property, and on every hole that the company's drilled, going back to 2019, 2020, and including this year, we've hit gold and silver mineralization. So it's a rich project, and it continues to deliver high grades over mining widths. Our headline hole was better than 10 grams of gold over 6 meters. And, we continue to deliver broad, high-grade gold and silver mineralization on the property.
Now, moving on to the latter, StrikePoint also had success on channel sample results. Multi-layered question, where were the samples collected? And was this a surprise? And how will this impact your 2022 exploration program?
A great question. So we've got multiple areas on the property, and the way I like to think about this is there's a cost-effective way to understand the controls of the mineralization, to connect the dots in between zones. And it's drilling is one of the more expensive exploration options. So anytime that you can do work at surface and you're getting continuous good grade gold dissemination on the property, it helps you vector in to these targets through drilling. So the surface work we're doing is going to enable us to target these down dip and along strike extensions. And again, this is all about, Maurice, when we bought this property in 2018, we knew there was a lot of gold. We knew there was a lot of silver. There were some tremendous historic intercepts that are just, unbelievable grades. Some of the ones that come to mind: 120 grams of gold and 2,500 grams of silver over 3.5 meters. And then you've got these wider, lower grade disseminated hits as well. The question mark that we're trying to solve here is, can we show continuity? And the surface work we're doing is giving us confidence that we're getting that continuity and we are joining these zones.
Now, as compelling as the Willoughby gold silver project, sounds, I'm actually more intrigued on your non-core asset, the past-producing high-grade Porter silver project. To find out why, Mr. Khunkhun, please introduce us to the Porter silver project and the potential before us.
So Porter is a very, very special project. If you look around the world and you're looking for very, very high-grade silver opportunities, I could count on two hands those opportunities. So what makes Porter so unique is it's pure silver and it's an exceptionally high grade property. The past production grades were north of 2,000 grams per ton. The resource that we've got about 13 million ounces at over 850 grams per ton silver. But the big opportunity is we have mineralization on either side of Mount Rainey, and we're hoping to connect the mineralization at either side. And whether it's Willoughby, whether it's Porter, or whether it's the many other opportunities that the Golden Triangle offers, one of the big breakthroughs that's occurring right now is we're seeing ice melt, we're seeing glaciers recede. So as they pull back, they're exposing new opportunities for us to explore. And unlike other parts of the country where that's happened, decades ago or 100 years ago, you've got growth and you've got vegetation that puts it under cover. So we've got as the glaciers pull back, they almost act as bulldozers. So they're unearthing the mineralized opportunities right at surface. Makes it a lot easier for us to come in and vector in and make discoveries. So specifically at Porter, if we were to connect mineralization on either side of Mount Rainey, there's a tremendous opportunity to find a very large, very high grade, pure silver opportunity 2 kilometers from the town of Stewart.
And what are the latest developments on the Porter project, and when might we expect news flow?
So for both Willoughby and Porter, we've got drill holes to report. So we've reported 6 drill holes of the 23 that we drilled this season. So we've got exploration results pending, drill results pending for both properties. So we're expecting a lot of catalysts in Q1.
Mr. Khunkhun, StrikePoint had a number of successes in 2021, and I know you're a visionary and a strategic thinker. I'm keen to find out what are the milestones that shareholders can look forward to from StrikePoint in 2022.
Well, I think what we have right now is we've got a company that has got a very strong management team, a very strong board of directors with a track record of delivering value to shareholders. We've got a healthy treasury at around $6 million in the bank. We've got phenomenal shareholders, and we've got 2 tremendous projects. We've got 2 tremendous projects that we're waiting drill results on that are connecting the dots in terms of putting these big high-grade mineralized areas of mineralization and adding ounces and joining continuity. So we're going to continue to advance these projects, but we're quite ambitious. So upon success, upon traction, we're looking at other ways that we can add mineral inventory. We've had a successful track record of M&A transactions as a group. So we're ambitious, but we want to do that on the back of strength, on the back of relative strength, and we want to use our treasury, using it via exploration, but also M&A.
Switching gears, let's look at some numbers. Mr. Khunkhun, please provide the capital structure for StrikePoint Gold.
Okay, so we have 207 million shares issued and outstanding. We're trading at around 12 cents a share Canadian, so it gives you about a $25 million valuation. If you X out the cash that we have in the bank, the enterprise value that we're trading at is roughly $19 million, and that's on a high-grade resource and a high-grade project that's next to an emerging production mine. So we've got tremendous assets. We've got a very low valuation. If you look at the amount of M&A activity that's occurred in the Golden Triangle over the last few seasons, we've seen almost $5 billion worth of M&A transactions throughout the last 3 years in the Golden Triangle. And you look around at some of our neighbors like SK Mining or Skeena that have some some pretty strong valuations. A small sub $20 million enterprise value on our assets, I think is a reasonable entry point for resource investors. We've got some large shareholders like Eric Sprott he's hovering just under 20% ownership. Management owns a significant chunk, and then we've got institutional investors that make up a very big component of the company, and they're astute investors. So these are some of the smartest investors in the mining space. So this is your Delbrooks, your US Globals, your Crescats, your Dundees, your Middlefields, your Sprotts. Like, there's a long list of very, very astute precious metals investors which I see as a strong sign of validation of the company's efforts, and the fact that we're not in a position where we have to dilute our shares right now. We've got catalysts. There's so much of the market is on sale right now at this time of the year. I think this is really good timing to do this interview on the back of drill results pending, and on the back of us coming to the end of a tax loss selling season.
Before we close, what would you like to say to shareholders?
I thank you for your support. Without you, we can't do this. This is we need the collective here, and I know it's been a difficult year for precious metals investors. We've come down in terms of where we were with the precious metal prices. Silver going from $30 down to $22, gold going from over $2,000 an ounce last August to about $1,800. But I think if you take a step back and you look at where these metals were in 2019, we're in a bull market, and I've got a lot of conviction. All the reasons that brought me into the precious metals trade to begin with, they're all here, if not more compelling. So I just think your patience will be rewarded. Stick with companies that have strong balance sheets, that have good shareholders, and I think we're limited to our success and to our ascent by our own ambition. And we work hard, we're quite ambitious, and we've got some of the smartest technical people assisting us to de-risk and to develop these projects.
And just for the record, I am looking to add to my position with StrikePoint Gold. Last question, sir. What did I forget to ask?
Maurice, you're thorough. You didn't forget to ask anything.
Well, thank you, sir. Well, how about this? For someone that wants to learn more about StrikePoint Gold, please share the contact details.
Yeah, you know what? We're very active on Twitter, and our website is a very good source of information, StrikePointGold.com. We love talking to shareholders. We have a toll-free number, 1-800-321-8564, and just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, safe Christmas, and a lot of all the best in terms of health and prosperity in the new year.
Well, same to you, sir. Mr. Khunkhun, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Wishing you and StrikePoint Gold the absolute best, sir.
Thanks, Maurice.
The information presented on Proven and Probable is provided for educational and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice, or any other advice. You should not make any financial, investment, or trading decision based on any of the information presented without first undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or competent financial advisor.